some of Dinsdale's boys come around, said I had to see Dinsdale. So they took me for a scrape round to his place. And when we got there, he said, "I hear you've been a naughty boy, Clement." And I said, "My name's not Clement." So he nailed me head to the floor. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. It's amazing. I guess I could just have one of these fucking videos every goddamn day just about the financial crisis that's befallen the United States. Now we have a new entity being proposed that will act as a new resolution trust corporation, but only so far as bankers, mortgage lending houses, and large financial institutions, hedge funds, you name it, all and sundry, who will be able to foist their bad mortgage debt onto the Federal Reserve, which means the American people. This has caused a rally in the stock market. Interestingly, we've seen a progressive decline in what's going on in the country and around the world, because not only is the Fed pumping money into the system, but in an effort to precipitate any collapse in economies around the world, central banks in other countries also dumped a huge amount of money into the system as well in an effort to stabilize it. What I find extremely disturbing is the same thing that I always find disturbing, and that is that there are these plans put into place by the government to bail out these huge companies when there are individuals who are in danger of losing their houses or who have lost their houses, and they get no type of relief. The FHA change that they made this year, which allows for a little bit better of a chance at refinancing at a better interest rate for those who have arms, that's not, that doesn't even count as a frickin' safety net. That doesn't count as anything in the way of help for crippled homeowners. Not to mention people who are out of work, losing their jobs, etc. I could go on and on forever with the type of thing that we're facing in our economy. And what do we have to look forward to? Obama, McCain, same stale policies of past failed administrations. Simple as that. Either one of them, take your fucking pick. As I've said before, I think Ralph Nader is probably the best candidate that is running right now, for the simple reason that he is not going to give billions of dollars to corporations who run roughshod over the laws in this country and take advantage of the people in this country. Who's more to blame in the mortgage crisis? Is it the giant banks and lending institutions who gave loans to people who were not qualified to get them in an effort to boost their bottom line, in an effort to make their companies look better, which in turn brought huge fucking bonuses to the guys at the very top, who then just quietly scampered away into the woodwork while those financial institutions went down the fucking tubes. Or the guy trying to buy a house who's not making enough money to be able to do it, but's able to get a loan because this fucker gives it to him. Who's more to blame? I think it's pretty easy to see who's more to blame. Someone wants a fucking place to live. Can't blame someone for wanting to own a home. You can blame lending institutions for going out of their way to make this situation the way it is. And then, when you have the final payoff in the future, in the not too distant future, you have the final payoff, and all the hard assets in this country are gone. We have no infrastructure left because everybody comes wanting to have their debts paid, their treasury bonds paid, their American dollars cashed in, etc. We'll have nothing left. This country is bankrupt. We'll have no infrastructure. We'll have nothing. Nothing. So even you people who still have your homes, you're going to have nothing left. So yes, further bailouts. Contrary to what Bush said earlier this week, as I pointed out in my last video. How long would that last? Well, it turned out only to last a couple days. The other thing that I find rather humorous in all this is Nancy Pelosi had the unutterable gall to come forward and say that Congress has had nothing to do with this financial crisis. Well, I beg to differ with you on that point, Nancy fucking Pelosi. But let me be a little bit more clear about what I think about your Congress. What the fuck have you done? Have you done one fucking thing to help one fucking family in this goddamn country? No, you haven't done a fucking thing. You've been in office for 2 fucking years. You've had your majority. And what the fuck have you done? Nothing. Nothing. Oh wait, you did pass the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. That's right. Forgot about that. Took away some more of our civil liberties. What did you do to help the economy? Huh? What did you do to fix the fucking mess? Huh? Yeah, you might not have been there when it all started, but you've been in there for 2 years and you sure as hell could have goddamn done something, but you haven't done a fucking thing. So you know what, Nancy fucking Pelosi? Go back and sit down and shut the fuck up, because we don't want to hear anything from you. Period. And as far as Bush, well, Bush is going to be Bush. He just says and does whatever the fuck he pleases. Nobody has any accountability in his administration. So we can expect that from him. That's what we get. That's what we've always gotten, and that's what we'll continue to get with him. But when Congress comes out and has the nerve to say something like that, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So another huge, gigantic, enormous bailout, all put onto the backs of the American people, which is ultimately going to be paid out in hard assets. Everything in this country is going to be gone. So not only are your civil liberties taken away, not only are your civil rights ignored, but soon you as a human being will be ignored as well. When all of your property rights are taken away, all of your property is taken away, and everything that this country owns and stands for is removed. Period. That's the payday coming for everybody who owns this country today. Everybody that we've borrowed money from to keep everything afloat. And it's coming.